right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. 30. 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. To throw again on second down. Burrow escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 35 on second down. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go. Ready?
Play action. It's Burrow. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To the air again, Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They find some open field. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 44,
Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Burrow on play action.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Here we go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mixing up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
McPherson's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll He'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Mixon. Gets around him, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bengals,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.